Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Pillars of Eternity 2, as I continue with my blind Let's Play. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I know I am. We're gonna continue now with this dungeon in Poko Kahara. We made it to level 3. I was just about to go through this door. Some of you might be anxiously awaiting what's gonna happen on the other side of this door, and who knows, it might just be a normal room that we might just have to go down to the next level, but I have a feeling it's not, so we will see. And it's not. Ooh, okay. We'll see what happens.
Ugh, the tentacle rots from the base up, I say.
Wow. That looks cool and disturbing at the same time. I did save it, just for a note. I did save it before this. So,
I'll handle this.
Just in case. 'Cause I haven't saved it at all during this dungeon, so... let me read that again, hang on. Energy pulses through the twisted column like a regular heartbeat, straining at the bounding walls. Let's go this way really fast. Oh shoot, okay. I thought that was gonna be something to loot. Anyways, the machine at the base of the pillar is in bad shape. The Adra panels are warped and the copper is corroded, but it looks whole. A high, kneeling sound comes from the Adra. What is this? Yeah, mechanics examine the machine. You check the copper connections and knobs. Everything appears to be intact, but none of the essence in the pillar runs through it. The keening grows louder. I don't know if I should activate this. I'm gonna hold off on that right now.
I'll take care of this.
Engwithan engravings line these massive urns, devoting the mini Juana interred here. Hang on, before I activate that thing, let me see what's over here. That's the exit? Okay, that's the exit. Well, I saved it beforehand, so we'll just see. Might not be the smartest idea, but I'm gonna try it. You turn the Adra wheel and adjust some of the sliders. At first, nothing happens, and you feel a fluctuation in the ether. The wailing grows louder. Oh. Righty? An essence moves within the Adra, opening a dimension as raw and distorted as a fresh wound. Something in the pillar pulls at your soul, and the distant voices cry out again. I did not expect that at all. Alright, let's go through it. Yo! A force within the Adra tugs your soul from your body and into the realm of pure essence. You become aware of a fragmented, dreamlike landscape. It is not a physical place, but rather a shape your mind has formed within the teeming energy. So is your presence in it.
Gue? What is this? Are we truly in this place?
Your actual body is still in Poko Kahara. You feel the cold tiles beneath it and smell the dusty air around it, but you cannot return to it. Something here has a hold on you. The voices you heard outside the pillars scream and wail somewhere close by. Whoa! Interesting. Let's keep going. Great effects, by the way. You reach the source of the tumult, a festering mass of corruption. Hundreds of souls cry out within it, trapped and twisted by their culminating decay.
If this is how the gods run the Beyond, I'm sure Valian animancy would be an improvement.
A handful of souls, still fresh and mostly whole, surface to confront you. One of them separates out from the others and stares you down with a grim, hateful intensity.
You do not belong here.
The speaker takes the form of an older Moana man, his visage shifting as if reflecting in rippling water. He is not a physical presence, but rather a soul given shape. Who are you?
We are the dead.
We're talking to a lost soul? Hold on, before you say any more, look into the light of my lantern.
Eager, she raises the lantern high, shaking it back and forth to scatter the light around it in a skittering dance. I'm so glad I brought Zodi and Palagina, so far. He bares his teeth at her and squints as a trickle of essence leaves his body. When he looks away, the trickle stops.
Maybe you're dead. I do not see Tangaloa's mouth or Sirono's doors anywhere.
A second form takes the shape near the first and glowers at him. Their essence sharper and flicker at each other.
My storm wreathes Poko Kahara. Ngati's fist drags Valian ships to the deep. If you come to stop this, you have already failed. You come as an endorsement from your mother, I say.
He nods at Takehu.
As usual, I am the last to know.
I really just came to find the Valian expedition.
Gelade, you found what is left of us. I have had to listen to this one's incessant babbling since we arrived.
Ngati holds our souls in this swamp, cut off from the sea. The flow of essence stops here.
He gazes out at the shifting scenery beyond your floating platform of what only resembles stone.
And rots, apparently.
What do you mean, rots? Souls are going bad, cut off from the cycle? My lantern looks fine and healthy, though.
I don't claim to understand it, girl. I am a miner, not a mystic.
The cistern overflows into the world of the living, stirring the sea and skies with the fury of the goddess, bringing storms.
Blinking, Maya clears her throat and eases in closer to listen. Let's see. So the Lumis Adra actually... Yeah, I'm gonna say that one for now. So the Lumis Adra is affecting the weather, but the souls inside it are.
No souls travel through here. The Adra screams. Ngati grins, showing her fangs.
Kahara, then you do know my mother.
This is where Valian scheming ends. Ngati's servant holds the dam closed to flood the living world with her vengeance.
I'm gonna show them the pages, I think. You sure? They'll do anything to protect an investment. Though you're holding a mental projection of the pages. Aharu peers down at them and absorbs their meaning. He turns his gaze to Beza.
Don't look at me. You report to your fish goddess, and I report to Sangreta Mea Compressa.
I am the storm of my people. Adra is the staff I wave to churn Ngati's kingdom.
He opens his palms. The ether around you reacts at once, whipping up the ambient essence into a frenzy. Far away, you think you hear furious winds growing in response.
Madiko, to arrive at the far side of death and find this babbling brook.
The Valians will not overrun us while I have the strength to repel them.
If you think bad weather will hold back my countrymen, you have greatly underestimated us.
They will depart when the waters rise to drown their investments. This I know.
Listen, these storms chase away the fish and blight crops. You're the one killing Kahara.
Fool! Ngati will stop churning the seas when the outsiders leave. Then I will be reborn as a Ranga.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I don't know if that's gonna be the case. I don't know.
Pirates and slavers drove my tribe from our old roots and havens. Now, the Valians do the same with paper. They come to pull Adra from the earth and mill it like grain.
You speak as though this Adra has been the heart and soul of your tribe for generations, though you have only recently come here.
Adra is the heart and health of the Deadfire. You, whose breast is cold and still, would know nothing of this. There is nothing more to say. Here at the end, outsider lies are a dull edge.
Oh wow. I'm not really sure what to say. I know this won't make Pallegina happy. I'm not, let's see. I'm gonna say this for now. Number 4. You've all died. Maybe I can help you move on.
This is where all things stop. No one leaves, I say.
Akosi, let's not be hasty. Some of us still have bodies out there. You don't plan on staying here, Ak? Why not let us tag along and see if we can reunite with our... what we left behind?
I'm gonna say, yeah, it never ends well when your stuff mismatched essence into one body.
You're not lying, are you? You've all served your captain with distinction. But I think this is where we part ways.
She nods to each of them in turn.
Dismissed.
She salutes her crew, many of whom vanish on the spot, their souls joining the ambient ether. She nods to you and departs soon after. Okay. Alrighty, maybe we'll see what choice, how that's gonna turn out.
Certainly.
Tell me.
Still got it.
I am ready.
Son of a car!
Wow, he just got tore up. Oh goodness. If you can, quickly. There we go.
What can I do you for?
You subdue the furious souls, ripping them into the motes of their constituent essence. Or constituent essence, sorry. Beyond this cloud of essence, you feel the pull of the cycle, a force that steadily increases. This pillar remains steadfastly blocked from the natural flow. Power still hums through the essence, sending it through the cycle would restore the Adra around you. Fragmenting it would detonate the delicate balance of power, destroying the pillar. Either way, the steady tug of beyond grows. You must decide quickly. Oh, joy! So I think this is the choice. Depending on my options back there, I might have had a third option. Not sure. But we've come to this. So if I restore it, that'll be on for the Valiant's sake. Because they want to use it, they want to, you know, etc. Profit from it. Now the tribe. Let me think about this. I know it says you must decide quickly, but I can stay on the screen for a while. the tribe seem welcoming of the Valians. Unless it's all fake, like some of their smiles and all that stuff had been. They seem to have feared, or not like the Rautans, you know, compared to the Valians. At least that's what it was giving off. But now, giving the journal we were reading, if I was understanding it right, and forgive me if I wasn't, but if I was understanding it right, it's like that captain wanted to, you know, use the machinery as to, you know, turn the islanders into slaves? And maybe that could just be her and not the other Valians in her expedition? I don't know. If I don't detonate it, I don't know how Maya's gonna react, or like, you know, because I want to keep trying to become friends with Maya and just all the companions. They've been awesome. But if I detonate it, I'm wondering if it's, you know, the Valians will not... How to say this? Like, they won't, I guess, you know, venture out into those islands anymore with the trade and all. And because Rautai wants to disrupt it, I wonder if they will try to take over. Either... I guess one way to look at it, either way... Well, let me think about this. I was about to say, either way, I would think the Islanders would be getting food and supplies, regardless of whatever nation takes over. Sorry I'm taking a while for this choice, but I'm just bear with me, I'm trying to decide. But I'm also afraid if the Valians took it, maybe... I don't know. I guess, to sum it up, I guess my point is, regardless of whoever I choose, it might not be the best. You know. So... this might not come as a surprise, but I am going to return the natural flow of essence of the Adra, restoring its luminosity. If that makes the Valians move in, so be it. I'll do that, I think. And hopefully, crossing fingers, this doesn't make Maya upset. Hopefully she can understand. You push the essence through the winding channel to the beyond. They churn and spin away. Suddenly, the ether around you develops into a churning maelstrom. You pull yourself back toward your body before it rips your soul away.
All right. I'll handle.
You cling to the tether of your soul, racing to safety of the material world, even as your immaterial one wraps around you. Hopefully we can all survive this. Essence floods the newly restored Adra, filling it with a light and heat that both agonizing and rapturous. You return to your body, feeling as though you've just fallen into it from a mountaintop. Your companions gasp and groan beside you. You cover your face against the light radiating from the restored Adra. So yeah, given the screen, I was figuring there might be some skill checks, but thankfully there wasn't. Much better. So I can return to both, it looks like. Hang on. That's not it. That's not it. That's the principle. What am I doing? So I can report about that. I think I will return to both of them. I think I'll return to the Valians first. And then Atsura. Hopefully this will be the right decision for the island. I don't know. Either way, it might not have been so good. All right. Oh, okay, and we end up here. Excellent. So yeah, good dungeon. Let's go over here. Alright. Let's start making our way back. And you know what? Let's go to Tikora really quickly. Let's check in on the tribe. Let's see what happens. Actually, that's really interesting that it loaded instead of giving me the option.
I don't believe it. A copper pan from 400 yards? You're pulling my leg.
That's easy. I'll show you. Hold this up in the air and stand very still.
Oh, this ought to be good. How's this?
On second thought, let's practice later. I don't like this breeze.
Speaking of the breeze, this looks kind of intimidating. Hopefully everybody's okay with this decision. As you near the dock, voices roar over the din of the waves. It seems as if the entire village has gathered, and many of them don't seem happy. They argue with one another, pointing into the distance, but as you approach, they turn to stare at you, their eyes wide with apprehension or anticipation. The crowd parts for the Ranga, whose grin is as broad as his shoulders.
My fishermen saw your boat sailing from Poko Kahara. The storms, they parted like a school of fish before Nagati herself.
Haru won't try that a second time. A hush falls upon the crowd as you speak the name. Ro clears his throat, clearly eager to move on.
Now, the Valian Trading Company will send ships, people, and supplies. Tikawawa will be the greatest port east of Nekataka.
First they must clear room for docks and storehouses. But that will be many months from now, no?
The young priestess glares with open malice. The angles of her crossed arms are clenched jaw, and clenched jaw as sharp as daggers.
Already they make plans.
So, I think regardless of what choice I made, I think part of the town would not be too happy about it either way, but if that's all, I should be going.
I say this is a turn in our fortunes. The first of many.
I honestly, Ranga, I really hope it is. For you and your people, I guess we'll see.
You are always welcome among us. Accept this and know our thanks.
Thank you for the spear. The others nod and disperse, murmuring to one another as they scatter across the village. Alrighty.
It seems the Lagofath no longer bother us. I can save my strength for a worthy fight.
I like to rest. Just really fast. Since we're here. Then we're gonna get some supplies and then head back to Nekataka and see the results of the decision. Let's talk to Vector really fast.
Soon the director will send supplies and immenses and soldiers, unless you have room on your ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him the pages. Your captain had some dark plans for the tribe.
Wait, what do you mean?
He takes the pages from you and flips through them. Then he stops, one hand frozen above the stained paper. He looks up at you and laughs nervously.
Per complaint, you cannot take these things so seriously. As I was an academy brat hoping to catch the director's notice. And anyway, this has nothing to do with me. I am just a cook.
He tugs at his collar, peeling the sweat-soaked cloth from his chest.
What I'm hearing is that someone wants to get dipped in boiling koiki broth.
But I will see this gets back to the director in Nekataka. No need to worry.
No, that's not why I did that. No. No. I found the remains of your expedition.
That you mean? Madiko. If the expedition failed, the company will hesitate to finance a second one. They might close the book forever.
You sweat too much over too little, Victor. I have never known the company to hold the expedition's cook responsible for its success or failure.
Captain Bez always said that the cook is the heart of morale. Can you not imagine why I am high-strung, with a crew's fortunes balanced on every dish? If their work was finished, their families in the republics would be compensated.
Indeed.
Perhaps I should only be grateful they left me here.
Farewell, then. Oh my goodness. I might... I normally do not reload in terms of choices. I normally do not. Oh my goodness. That literally, that was not my intention. I wanted him to destroy those pages. Oh my goodness. No, I'm not gonna reload. My choice is final, regardless of how bad it might be. Because, you know, I haven't reloaded in terms of the choices so far, so I'm not gonna start now. So, actually, let's save those supplies. Let's go to the stash. Let's get rid of some of these copies. There we go. Back to 16,000. Alright, let's leave. But yeah, I should have just hung on to those pages. But alas. Live and learn. Okay. Let's go back to Nekataka. Overall, though, good questline, good choices, or in terms of, you know, the choices that are available. Maybe not the ones I made, but we'll see. We'll see at the ending screens. Just enjoying the music right now. You know what? Before we go there, well, no, let's just go. I was about to stop the boat and talk to the companions, but I can talk to the, you know, some. Oh, not there yet. I didn't mean to double click. Oh well. I meant to go straight to the Valiant Company. And because I gave them those pages, I doubt there'll be a way to try to convince the director to not do that. Because I bet it's happening. But, oh well. And by the way, I'm loving, once again, the banter between Zodi and Maya. So good. And I'm also glad I brought, you know, Takehu along for that questline as well. It was very relevant. Okay. They were, I think, upstairs? Or were they back here? No, they might be back here. Yes, the guard nods, polite greeting.
Welcome back. Governor Alvari will see you.
Thank you.
Ah, good, you're back. I hope you had a pleasant voyage.
I found the Audra vein.
Ah. Before you get too far on the way, I think you ought to come with me. Director Castol will want to hear from you in person.
Okay. The man who rises to greet you has a tidy, scholarly bearing only emphasized by the thin framed lenses he pushes farther up his nose. He clasps oh my goodness. He clasps his hands together, offering you a smile equal parts polite and relieved.
Alvari tells me you are kind enough to look into this business on Poko Kahara for us. I hope you bring good news.
The Audra pillar was corrupted, but I managed to restore it. It should be safe to harvest. I could do number 2 as well. I'll do 1.
Divers? Incredible. What fortune we have had to find a watcher. And Audra vein of that size will do much to allay our investors' concerns. And the crew. Beza and the others.
They died in the ruins at Poko Kahara. The defenses were too much for them.
A sorry end for such dedicated individuals. How very fortunate that you lived to tell their tale.
Indeed.
I believe I can take things from here, Alvari. Agrasima. The Watcher and I have more business to discuss. Oh, and do pay the woman for her trouble first.
Alvari wordlessly hands you a coin purse. She bows stiffly, then turns to depart. 1,700 copper. I kinda wish that was more, honestly, but that's okay.
I thought it best I speak with you face to face. Watchers are not so numerous here in the Deadfire, especially those of such storied backgrounds as yourself. I'd read much about your exploits alongside the Crucible Knights in Defiance Bay. Their little experiments. And I think that we are, each of us, in a position to offer each other something that we cannot find elsewhere. The Valiant Trading Company has had a presence on this island for nearly a century now. We have the greatest fleet on the seas, the support of the richest men and women in the world. What can the Royal Deadfire Company offer? A soldier's wages, so that you can elevate the fortunes of a distant king? And the Queen? A place in the Kahanga tribe among all the rest of these neglected people. You've lived outside the caste system all these years. Are you eager to return to it? I can give you money, fame, certainly. But the men and women of the company, we set our aims high. And if I only wanted to offer you work as an Adra inspector, I would have let Albari deal with you.
So yeah, what is it? So what is it that you want?
The Valiant Trading Company has maintained an outpost here in Nekataka for nearly a century now. It was only 2 years ago that we discovered the effects of Luminous Adra with the aid of our animancers and several watchers. Flaune Alette has continued to study the potential of Luminous Adra in all manner of advances. Why content ourselves to sell all this Adra as a luxury when we might use it to change the world? Your gifts, Watcher, open doors that would otherwise remain entirely closed to us. I cannot help but think that your arrival here is the very best of fortune. Alette has been eagerly awaiting the opportunity to work with someone just like you. Her experiments have been tremendously promising. I beg you, speak with her.
Alright. I could think about it. I can do that.
Good, good. I do not expect you to do this out of charity, of course, but I have made it clear to Alette that you are to be compensated. You will find Alette at the top of the Spire of the Soul Seers, a tower once dedicated to Helia. That you will find in the Sacred Stair district, just north of here. Areto Gori, I will look forward to your return.
Good day, Director. And can we shut your doors? No, we cannot. In that case, let us go back down. I was almost tempted to just say, let me think on it, but I decided, you know what, let me go ahead and, you know, just accept it, see what happens. I believe we still have the quest of, yes we do. I'm gonna go back to Rauatai. It might be a mistake, it might make Maya mad, but I'm gonna go back and see what happens with that. So, yeah. Actually, you know what? Before, let me check the reputations. Not on Zodi. There we go. Okay, so... Gotcha. So it's at 3. Maya's still at 2. Takehu's at 2 now. It's kind of funny that they're now even, Takehu and Maya. Anyways, let's just go up here. Okay. To the Brass Citadel. To Pill Command Lower. Oh. A voice calls out to you from an alleyway. Nekataka's poorer districts host more dark than light. The streets and alleys the only housing many Huana know. As you pass by one of these alleys, a voice calls out. You turn to see a hand fold out from the darkness. The pale palm balances a figurine more silhouette than statue in the dim light. And when you try to get a clearer look, the fingers fold back up. Magic, the voice says. It summons beasts to harry your enemies. Will save you in a pinch in a city as dangerous as this. Surely your life's worth a few silver. Torchlight glints from the man's teeth. You want, you follow. Figurine withdraws it from the darkness. You caught only a glimpse of it. You know the figurine is no mere trinket. There is untapped pallor within its form. Ooh. I could just leave. I could inform the guards. I could enter the tunnel. Let's enter it. Let's see what happens. Within the alley, a torch ignites, revealing a tunnel entrance. You pass through the archway. On the other side, a group of Principi hold torches and blades. Bodies stuff the corner eyes dry in flickering flames. Some with their hands bound, others face down in the ground. Strangely facile, isn't it? The pirates draw his weapon. Set out a little cheese, and these foreigners' rats come tickering in. You know, let's talk about this. We don't need to come to blows. The pirates chuckle. Such pretty words from such an uninspired face. His head rolls on his shoulders. How much is your life worth, do you think? Consider that before I name my price. He taps on his chin, making a show of his consideration before he speaks. 2,000 power sounds about right? No. How about hand over that figurine, now? Oh wow, it worked. He stares at you blankly before taking a step back. His crew glances around, a few reaching for their weapons. His leader scowls. Merla, you'd make quite the pirate. Perhaps you should roll it around in that clever head of yours. At ease, boys. Hand over the figurine. Battered dog figurine. What does it do? Time. Summons Gravehound. Nice. Farewell, Tella. And he bows. There we go. Now, let's go to the Imperial Lower Command. Atsura is not going to be happy. Part of me wonders why I'm going back here, but I want to see how this turns out. If I don't side with Rautai this playthrough, just going back personally, if I play this again, which I know I will at some point, I might have to see how Rautai handles everything.
Rhyming Hazanui with Kablooey?
Clear skies.
Alright, I'm gonna tell him I restored the luminous Audra at Poko Kahara.
That explains the rumors the Valians are scaling up in Queen's Birth. I'd hoped you would stop them.
His expression doesn't change, but you can feel his dissatisfaction like a shift in the temperature. I could bluff. Oh wow, that's pretty. Now that I have their trust, imagine what I could do with that. Oh, and Pallegina's right here. Oh my goodness. That's pretty dark. I'm not gonna do that one. I'm gonna say they'll bring development and trade that will improve the lives of many.
They'll press gang the locals and tear Poko Kahara apart.
Pallegina nods, the corners of her mouth turning into a faint grin.
Once they're done, they'll leave behind a wrecked island and a tribe dependent on their resources.
He's quiet for a moment. When he speaks again, there's an abrupt shift in his demeanor. And honestly, my thought on that is, if Rautai came in, wouldn't they be depending on your resources as well? I mean, they were starving, man. But anyways.
Nevertheless, I'm more interested in reports the storms around the islands have cleared. What do you know of this?
There was a clot of essence corrupting the object, clearing it into the storms.
Even if this isn't the outcome we'd wanted for Poko Kahara, your observation is infinitely more valuable. Take this, and remember it the next time we call on you.
He hands you a purse, but his expression is distant, as if he's still thinking about what you told him.
We'd long suspected something unnatural was behind the storms, but we had little evidence.
The smile playing at his lips is that of a man who's seen the next 3 moves in a game of Toa. So why does this interest you?
Because catastrophic storms have long made Rawatai a difficult land to inhabit. If the storms that assail Rawatai have a similarly unnatural origin, then perhaps they too can be stopped.
Frankly, I hope so.
And if that's the case, then there's more work to be done. Work that you might be able to help with. After all, those of us born to privilege have a responsibility to use it to noble ends, no? In any case, Hazanui Karu has a matter that could use your help. Her office is on the main floor behind the large double doors. It's most conspicuous.
Thank you, Atsura. Farewell.
I can't think of anything else that goes with Hazanui.
So, yeah, let's go ahead and go talk to her. And just see what they want. Just really fast. Let me just double check. Okay, so we did gain reputation with Rawatai. Interesting. I don't know. We'll have to see who I end up siding with, you know? And like you said, Alan, I know you could, you know, go independently, but I feel like for this playthrough, I'll side with somebody. I'm just not exactly sure yet. I mean, it looks like I'm leaning more towards the Valian Trading Company, but we'll see. I might swerve, you know, do a hard right or something.
Atsura tells me you tamed the storms of Poko Kahara. You may have had a sheltered upbringing, but you're no soft-handed sop, I'll give you that.
She gazes out the window behind her desk.
Makes a person wonder what kind of secrets lie in Andra's mortar.
Why do you say that? She grins, smoke curling between her teeth.
Don't tell me you've never gazed at a horizon and wondered at what lies beyond. Or seen a no trespassing sign as a challenge?
Mischief tugs her smile across a broad jaw. In that moment, she looks someone younger. Or somehow younger, sorry. Yeah, I suppose I have.
That's the spirit. Rautai's storms have made us who we are as a nation. Hardy, driven, inventive. But they've also held us back. Forced our people to seek resources and livelihoods far from our homes and families. Imagine how much more we could achieve if we could control those storms.
You think something in Andra's mortar will help you with that?
Why not? The storms there cannot be natural. Not when they are so ferocious, so constant. And your exploits at Poko Kahara suggest that something else may be behind them. But enough of that for now.
Atsura said you needed my help.
There's an understatement.
She knocks the bowl of her pipe against the wooden hand.
The trouble in Hasango forced us to send additional ships back to Rawatai to make up for shortfalls. And storms at home have delayed another portion of our fleet. This leaves us short-handed here.
I'm just saying I've got an expert crew and a ship that can handle anything out there.
I have no doubt.
Maya smirks and folds her arms.
We're due to collect a special shipment for delivery to our port at Sayuka. We've contracted with a captain named Widla. Meet her, complete the trade, and take the cargo to Sayuka. Fleet Master Okaya is overseeing the development of some special projects there.
She takes a thoughtful draw on her pipe and she looks at you, seemingly deciding what to say.
She's one of the brightest minds in Rawatai, and it shows. You two will get along. Most of her work is, or should be, under wraps for now. But perhaps she can give you a taste of what we have to offer.
Wilder and her crew, who are they?
Good sailors with a fast ship and no mind for questions.
Forget I asked, then.
Any other questions?
What's the shipment?
It'll be easier for Okaya to explain.
She puffs a thick cloud of smoke between the two of you. She doesn't break your gaze, but the effect is almost the same. So if it's important, I can handle it. What next?
Wheatland's agreed to meet our courier out at sea, away from the heaviest traffic.
So she gestures to her map on the open water west of Nekataka.
This is her payment. We've already negotiated with her. Fleet Master Okaya will see to your compensation once you arrive with the cargo. This is the kind of job that's best completed quickly and quietly. I'm counting on your famous discretion. Clear skies.
Calm seas. I gotta say, I love the saying. You know, clear skies, calm seas, all that stuff. It's so good. Alright, I think I will... Where I'll go next, I think I will go after that help Rawatai.
I've been dreaming about a priest that died, then rose again. What do you think that means? I see him walking Aora. Nothing but bones, lit by the flames of his soul.
Interesting, Sodi. Alright. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do next. I know the Valiants had something for me. I'm at some point I'm gonna go after those bounties as well. So yeah. Anyways, that's my thought. I'll start helping out Rawatai, I think. See what comes of that. So as always, I think that's where I'm gonna end this video for today, everybody. I greatly appreciate everybody, you know, all of you that have tuned in, that have continued, you know, to watch this. I greatly appreciate it. Wherever you guys are, have a good day, have a good night, and take it easy.